close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Welcome into Livingston Academy. Tonight, the home away from home for the Rickman Lady Bulldogs and Bulldogs as we get ready for this matchup here tonight in Overton County basketball. For the girls matchup, this is a tie right now for second place in Overton County play as the Allons girls are 5-2. The Rickman girls, Allons girls are 4-2. The Rickman girls 4-2 also. They're both 4-2 with the one game here left. Allons coached by Derek Harris. He's assisted by Andy Beachmore. They're 9-7 overall. They'll start number 11, Ava Whited. Number 12, Aubrey Garrett. Number 14, Mia Hughes. Number 25, Bella Harris. And number 31, Aubrey McLaren, the starting five for Allons. They're playing tonight without Jaylee Johnson, who is not dressed tonight for Allons. Now for Rickman, they're coached by Misty Garrett. She's assisted by Elliott Poston and Buddy Sales. They are 11-4 overall, as we said. 4-2 in Overton County play. They'll start number 3, Chloe Hammock. Number 21, Kate Ford. Number 23, Allie Reams. Number 25, Chloe Cravens. And number 30, Addie Mae Knappenberger. The starting five for Rickman, dressed in the gold numbers, the purple trim on the basketball uniforms. Allons dressed in the black, the gold numbers, the white trim on the basketball uniforms for the Lady Hawks. They'll be moving to the bucket to our left as these two teams getting ready to meet for the second time this season. As Allons won up in Allons in a game that we covered here on Overton Events. As we'll try to look back and find the score. I should have had that done already, shouldn't I? As we get ready for this one. Of course, the Hillham Lady Tigers leading Overton County on the girls' side at 5-1. They are playing at Livingston Middle School tonight. That game should be just about winding up as the ball's in the air. The tap's going to be controlled by Allons. Harris with it in the front court on the left side. Harris dribbles up top to set the offense against this man-to-man by Rickman to open up the game. Inside Hughes. Hughes now to Garrett. Garrett, one dribble to the right baseline. Her jumper's rolling, no good. Rebound taken away by Hammock for Allons. Hammock will bring it front court. Tried to hit Knappenberger. Pass too long for her to get to and out of bounds. And the turnover will give it right back to Allons. As I'll find that previous matchup at halftime when I've got a little time as we're going here is McLaren to bring it up court. Now to Whited with it in the front court. Whited has the ball knocked away, stolen away by Hammock. Hammock now to Reams to bring it front court. Allons opens in a man-to-man also. Their full court is Aubrey Garrett picking up Reams. 84 feet here in Livingston. Cravens back to Reams, now to Hammock. In the corner they go to Knappenberger. Back to Reams. Reams dribbling with the left hand. Allons in a 2-3 half court. Try to go inside Hammock. Hughes trying to knock it away, though, is going to pick up the first foul of the game, and Mia Hughes will pick up her first with 5:06 to play in the first quarter. And that is the first foul against either team as Reams stepping out to throw in for Rickman. Reams to play it in. Goes to Hammock on the right side. Hammock dribbles out with the left hand. Back to Reams. Reams with the left-hand dribble. Now working up near the half-court line to set the offense. Reams goes right side. Knappenberger still no score with a minute gone here in the first quarter. Cravens inside. Hughes knocks it away. Garrett will come up with it. She's going to be fouled trying to come out of there with it. The foul's going to go on number 25, Chloe Cravens, picking up her first. First foul in the game against Rickman. Coming at the 4:49 mark of the first quarters. The inbounds will go to Harris. Harris now in the front court on the dribble. Rickman extending that man-to-man. Left side McLaren down low. Hughes had it knocked away by Ford. Hughes will dive on the floor to try to save it, but they'll call a travel against Mia Hughes. Turnover by Allons will give it right back to Rickman as Hammock will step out to put the ball in play to Reams. Reams now to bring it front court. Reams works it left side. Cravens. Cravens now to Reams, now to Knappenberger. Knappenberger back to Reams. Reams will skip it to Hammock in the corner. Back to Knappenberger. Knappenberger now to Reams. Left side they go to Cravens. Cravens back up top to Reams. Now to Knappenberger. This Allons defense making them work for every possession. Inside Hughes will knock it away, but knocks it out of bounds as she was fronting forward on the low block. Just able to tip that one away, but tipped it out of bounds. Touch last by Allons. It will go to Rickman. Reams to throw in on the baseline. Can't find anyone. Finally, they're going to lob it up top. McLaren knocked it away, but Ford will get to it. Then trying to go inside to Cravens. Goes through her hands and out of bounds. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons. McLaren stepping out to throw in. Full court pressure now by the Lady Bulldogs as Harris catches the inbounds. Harris now to McLaren. McLaren back to Harris. Harris double teamed on the side. Now to Garrett. Her jumper on the left side bouncing no good. Rebound Whited. Whited back up no good. Rebound taken away by Ford. Ford now to Cravens, and she walked with the basketball. Allons Whited forcing that turnover to get the basketball back for their offense as McLaren will step out to throw in right side front court. Aubrey to play it in to Hughes. Hughes dribbling on the right wing, will drive. Hughes gets inside, finds McLaren. One dribble, gets in the lane. Jumper's no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot two and try to get Allons on the board for the first time as the foul will go on Chloe Hammock. She'll pick up her first, team second. And Aubrey McLaren going to the free throw line to shoot two for the Lady Hawks. McLaren, free throws on the way. It is no good. We said both these teams with only one loss at 4-2 in county play. Hillham at 5-1. They're playing Livingston tonight. If they win the county number one seed outright. Second free throw by McLaren, no good again. Ford will save it, though, to Hughes. Then Hughes' pass knocked away by Knappenberger and out of bounds. Touch last by Rickman. It will stay with Allons. So Hillham, if they beat Livingston tonight, they're the regular season champions. And then the winner of this one will be in the 2 spot. Right side, McLaren's jumper for 2 is bouncing no good. Ford with the rebound. And she's going to be fouled by Allons, number 11. That is Ava Whited picking up her first, team second. The winner of this one would be no worse than 2 if the middle school beats Hillham tonight. Then the winner of this one would be tied for first place in the county, as Hillham is split. Actually, they have not split, as the jumper inside by Hammock is good for our first points of the night. They've won twice against Allons, so if Allons wins, it would still be Hillham winning it outright. And if Rickman wins, they would tie for first place. So a lot of things could still happen with tonight going on. As the foul going to be called, I think, on Allie Reams, picking up her first, team's third. So a throw in here for Aubrey McLaren halfway through the first quarter with Rickman leading 2-0. Inbounds Hughes now to Harris. Harris steps to her right. 2-point jump shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Hammock. Hammock now going to be held and fouled by Whited, and that's 2 on Ava Whited. And without Johnson here, the Allons bench is not as deep as it normally is, but they will get number 30, Annie Vaughn, up to check in to replace Ava Whited. 2-0 Rickman lead here in this first quarter. Inbounds goes to Reams. Reams now to Cravens in the front court. High post forward. Forward to Knappenberger. Knappenberger up top, Reams. Reams between the circles. Dribbling with the left hand. Goes high post forward. Forward tried to go inside Hammock. Deflected away. Hammock able to make the catch on the deflection. Then Hughes with the rebound. Outlet to Harris wanting to run. Harris in the front court for Allons. Harris dribbling there. Reams takes away that dribble. Now Harris works it inside. Jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound taken away by Cravens. Reams now long outlet to Knappenberger in the front court. Hammock will swing it to Cravens. Cravens back up top to Reams. Right side they go to Knappenberger. In the corner now Hammock. Her 3 on the right side's no good. Rebound going to be chased down and going to be tied up as Cravens and McLaren will tie it up. And the arrow will keep it on this end with Rickman, as they're going to get their first sub into the ball game. Sitting down will be number 25, Chloe Cravens. Coming to replace her will be number 50, Chloe Dial. 3 Chloes on this Rickman team, as Reams steps out to throw in. Reams plays it underneath Dial, who got open. Jumper's no good. Ford with the offensive rebound. Back up and in. Kate Ford with her first two. Rickman jumps in front 4-0. Harris now to Hughes in the front court. Hughes dribbling top of the key, backs it back out to McLaren. McLaren, high post Hughes at the free throw line. Ford falls down the lane. Jumper's no good. Rebound pulled away by Hammock. Hammock now to Reams wanting to run. Reams quickly up the floor to Knappenberger. Can't get the three away with Garrett stepping over to take it away. Reams at the left elbow. Her shot blocked away by Harris. Harris now with the outlet to Garrett. Hammock trying to run it down and steal it, and it will go off of Aubrey Garrett and out of bounds. Touch last by Allons. It will go to Rickman. Hammock stepping out to throw in to Reams. Reams now to Knappenberger to bring it front court. Knappenberger right side, they go to Reams. Reams now to Hammock. Hammock dribbling with the left hand, works it back out to set the offense. Picks up the dribble, left side they go to Reams. Reams dribbling between the circles as we approach a minute to play in the first quarter with Rickman leading 4-0. Dial has it knocked free by Harris. It's loose on the floor. They'll dive after it, and the arrow is going to give it to Allons as they'll play it in the backcourt with McLaren stepping out to throw in. She'll play the ball in the backcourt to Garrett. Garrett against this pressure by Rickman. Picks up the dribble and scooted the pivot foot. Garrett just shuffling the feet on that one. Then the turnover gives it right back to Rickman. Hammock to throw in. Ball knocked away by Vaughn. Ford will recover. They're going to tie it up as Vaughn will reach in to tie up Kate Ford, and the jump ball going to keep it with Rickman as they'll see Reams step out to throw in. Right side on the baseline. Reams plays it to Hammock on the right wing. Hammock dribbles back out with the left hand. Lob high post to Ford. Ford now to Reams. Reams working to the half-court circle to set the offense here with Rickman leading 4-0 with 45 seconds to play in the first quarter. Reams. They may be trying to hold for the last shot of the first quarter. Up top to Dial. Dial at the right elbow. She's not in the lane. They were kind of the 5-second call. Now to Knappenberger. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Right side Hammock. Hammock. Up top now to Reams with 20 seconds. High post Ford. Ford to Hammock. Short corner jumper on the right baseline's no good. Ford with the rebound. Then McLaren's going to reach in and tie her up. And the arrow's going to give it to Allons with 11 seconds to play in the first quarter. So the Lady Hawks with a chance at the last shot here in the first to try to get on the board. McLaren inbounds to Garrett. Garrett back to McLaren. Long pass to Hughes. Hughes to Vaughn running the floor. Driving layup. Good. Annie Vaughn with 2 seconds to play in the quarter. Rickman will play it in, and that will end the first quarter as Vaughn gets down the floor to lay it up and in for her first two. And after one complete, it is Rickman 4, Allons 2. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascott Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance Agency, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, and our newest sponsor, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation. Rickman with possession as they'll play it in to get this second quarter started, as the inbounds will go to Reams. Reams now works it to the elbow to Ford, back to Reams. Now to Hammock coming off a screen to the wing. Her jumper banking good, Chloe Hammock. Hammock with 2 in the quarter. She's got 4 in the game. Rickman extends the lead back to 4 at 6-2. Harris trying to dribble away from the trap. Will dribble through it. Harris inside Vaughn. Vaughn's jumper on the right block's no good. Hughes taps it out, and Garrett will run it down for Allons. Inside Hughes at the high post. Mia will take the jumper and knock it down. Mia Hughes has her first 2. Teams exchange buckets to cut the lead back to 2 at 6-4. Reams in the front court. Reams dribbling there against Garrett. Will work it with the left hand. High post. Hughes just took it away. Hughes now with the outlet to Garrett. Garrett right ahead of the field, driving to the rim, layup good. Aubrey Garrett. Garrett gets the layup to score Allons' fourth straight, and the Lady Hawks tie the game at 6 with 5:04 to play in the first half. We'll take a break right here. We're all tied at 6.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
After the timeout with Rickman to play the ball in on the end line as they'll throw in with 5:04 to play in the first half. 4 straight by Allons has tied the score at 6 apiece. Inbounds goes to Reams. Reams now to Hammock. Hammock long pass to Knappenberger. She'll bring it front court against the pressure by Allons. Down low, Ford's layup's no good. Rebound McLaren. They're going to call Dial on the reach. Chloe Dial will pick up her first. Team's fourth here in the first half. Allons has been called for 3. Nobody has more than one. Yeah, Ava Whited has 2 fouls for Allons as the inbounds goes to Harris. Harris dribbling through traffic will bring it front court to Vaughn. Vaughn then dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. Annie had gotten free at the block. If she controls that power dribble, she's probably got a wide open layup, but just hit the end of the sneaker and goes out of bounds. Long pass to Reams to bring it front court. Reams going to drive all the way to the rim. Driving layup good. Allie Reams. Never stopped the basketball. Reams got all the way to the rim with her strong hand, laying it up with the right hand. And there's a reach on Rickman. Let's see who they've got. It's going to go on Chloe Hammock. She'll pick up her second. Team's 5th here in the first half. So they've got 1 to give before Allons goes in the bonus as McLaren will play the ball into Harris. Harris working way out in three-point range. Now we'll pick up the dribble. Swings it to McLaren. McLaren's pass deflected, but goes to Hughes. Then Reams going to reach in and tie up Hughes. And the arrow will keep it on this end with Allons. Lady Hawks will play it on the end line with 4:15 to play in the second quarter as McLaren stepping out to throw in. Plays it to Hughes. Right back to McLaren stepping in bounds. Pass deflected, but McLaren got back to it. Garrett now to Harris. Harris between the circles working to set the offense. Harris. Her pass deflected away by Rickman. It's knocked away and out of bounds. It'll go off of Chloe Hammock. Touch last by Rickman. Basketball going to stay with Allons as they'll play it in right beside of Coach Derek Harris over there on the sideline. McLaren stepping out to throw in to Harris. Harris now will walk it across the timeline. Rickman's dropped back into a 1-2-2. It looks like Vaughn inside. Her pass knocked away. They'll try to get possession as they'll dive on the floor after it, and Ford and Vaughn going to tie it up, and the arrow this time will give it to Rickman. Hammock stepping out to throw in. Before she does, though, Ava Whited going to check back in for Allons. She'll come in replacing Annie Vaughn. Hammock to throw in to Knappenberger. Knappenberger now to Reams between the circles. Reams dribbling with the left hand. Ball knocked away by Garrett, taken away by Garrett. Then they dive on the floor, and they'll tie it up. Arrow again going to give it to Allons this time. Been a ton of jump balls tonight. Should have kept track of those. And this one is McLaren to throw in. Questioning something over there is Coach Misty Garrett. I think the arrow is correct as Rickman got one just a moment ago. Harris now will bring it front court to Garrett, but I could be wrong. Whited. Inside Hughes made a good catch. Jumper is no good, but Ford has picked up the foul. That will be her second, and this will put Mia Hughes on the free throw line to shoot 2. So Rickman has Hammock with 2. Now Ford with 2. Allons has Whited with 2. Hughes going to the line, trying to tie this one up at 8 if she can make them both. Mia, free throw on the way, is no good. She'll have another opportunity in the 2-shot foul. Hughes to shoot a second. Stepping back up there for the Lady Hawks. Dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way. That one bounces no good. Ford with the rebound. Then McLaren is going to be called for the reach, trying to take it away. Aubrey McLaren will pick up her first. Team foul number 4 here in the first half against Allons, so they've got 2 to give before Rickman's in the bonus. Next Rickman foul will put Allons on the line. The front court with it is Reams. Reams right side to Knappenberger. Knappenberger holding the ball there. Now the pass up top to Reams. High post forward. Forward to Dial in the lane. Dial down low. Knappenberger, her shot blocked away by Hughes, but knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Allons. It will stay with Rickman as they'll play it in on the end line. Reams stepping up to throw in. Right side on the baseline. Knappenberger from 18 feet. Can't get the open look. Now to Reams. Reams will drive inside forward. Her jumper's no good. Rebound tapped around. It's still loose. Forward will control it. To Hammock. Her jumper banking no good. Long rebound. Garrett going to get to it for Allons. Garrett dribbling out of there up the sideline. Will pick up the dribble. Needs help and walk with the basketball. It's actually an over and back they're going to call. Halfway through this second quarter, Rickman leading 8-6 as Hammock will play the ball into Reams. Reams now will work it across the timeline. Garrett defending her. Reams high post to forward. Rickman loves to run their offense from this high post. Right side to Hammock. Hammock dribbling top of the key. They'll lob. Pass stolen by McLaren. McLaren quickly in the front court to Garrett. Garrett will drive. Her layup on the left side. Good. Aubrey Garrett. Garrett with her 4th point coming off the defense of Aubrey McLaren. Able to lay it up and in to tie the score at 8 apiece on Garrett's 4th point. Reams on the right side. Down low to Dial posting up. Her jumper banking no good. Rebound McLaren. McLaren now to Harris to bring it front court. Harris across the timeline. Works at top of the key. Harris now will swing the ball to McLaren. McLaren down low Hughes, and she's pushed by Ford, and we've got her with 3. Excuse me, that is 2 on Ford. 2 on Ford. As she'll leave the lineup, coming in to replace her is going to be number 45. That is Snowy Hossel checking in. That is team foul number 7 against Rickman, so the 1-and-1 here for Mia Hughes. Hughes stepping up the line, trying to give Allons their first lead of the night with 2:07 to play in the first half. Free throw by Hughes is no good. White had the rebound. Hossel took it away, but then she lost it to Harris. Harris inside Hughes. Ball knocked away by Hossel, picked up by Hossel. Then in the backcourt, she's going to be called for the travel. Turnover by Rickman will give it right back to Allons as they'll play it in right side front court with McLaren stepping out to throw in. Still a chance to take their first lead of the night. Hughes back to McLaren. Right side 3 ball is rimming no good. Garrett with an offensive rebound. Knappenberger knocked it away. Garrett then's going to be tied up in the lane, or do we have a foul? No, it's a jump ball. That's going to give it to Rickman. Lady Bulldogs will play it in on the end line with Hammock stepping out to throw in. Hammock plays it in to Reams. Reams now to Dial. Dial to Hossel in the front court. Hossel has it knocked away, but rolls right to Hammock. Knappenberger on the left wing to Reams. Reams way out in 3-point range. Dribbling there with the right hand. Reams working between the circles with 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. Dial at the elbow. Double team there. Back to Knappenberger. Knappenberger tried to hit Hossel. Threw it over her head and out of bounds. Turnover will give it back to Allons as they're going to take a timeout. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, Jerry's IGA, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Dairy Queen, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Bullseye Security, Hall Funeral Home, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, W&O Construction, Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascott Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital, our sponsors for our broadcast here on Overton Events. As the timeout called by Allons with 1:25 to play in the first half and an 8-8 tie. Now, if you're watching us live, coming up tomorrow night, we'll have Livingston Academy basketball for you. The Lady Wildcats and Wildcats on a hot start to this 2022-2023 season. The Livingston girls 6-1. The Livingston boys 5-0. They play Smith County tomorrow night live here on Overton Events, right here from the Durward Vaughn Memorial Gym. Harris dribbles into the front court. Ball knocked away by Reams. Harris keeps the dribble alive, though. Long pass will get to McLaren. McLaren then going to be fouled by Rickman, and that will go on Hammock, and we've got her with 3. That's team foul number 8 on Rickman. This will put Aubrey McLaren on the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Rickman going to get number 24, Marley Dishman, in the lineup. She'll come in replacing Hammock, as McLaren trying to give Allons their first lead with 1:12 to play in the first half. McLaren dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way and good. Aubrey has her first point, as she has the first made free throw of the night for Allons. They'd missed their first 6, but that one puts Allons in front, 9-8. Second free throw by McLaren. That one's no good. Didn't catch rim, so the turnover will give it back to Rickman, but the Lady Hawks in front for the first time by 1, as it will be Dial going inbounds to Reams. Reams now to Hossel. Hossel in the front court. She'll drive, gets inside. No whistle there. A lot of contact. It's going to be out of bounds, and it will be off of Allons, they say. So Rickman will, rather, it'll be off of Rickman. Allons will play it in. I thought that Allons didn't touch it, so it'll be McLaren stepping out to throw in. McLaren goes inbounds to Garrett. Garrett back to McLaren. McLaren in the front court. Hughes on the right side. Hughes back to Garrett. Jumper from 18, banking no good. And on the rebound, a foul going to be called on Allons. It'll go on Aubrey McLaren. She'll pick up her second. Team's 5th here in the first half. And it will be Ford going inbounds to Reams. Reams long pass. McLaren will steal it. Then trying to hit Harris, threw it away. Trying to rush a little bit that time, and the turnover by Allons gives it right back to Rickman. 54 seconds to play in the first half. Allons leading 9-8. Dial goes inbounds to number 10 in there. That's Audrey Clark, who's checked in. Hossel in the front court. She'll drive to Reams. 18-foot jump shot on the left wing is no good. Rebound whited for Allons, and a whistle going to stop play, and they're going to call the discontinued dribble against Ava Whited. Don't see that too often anymore, but they get whited there, and the turnover going to give it back to Rickman. Reams stepping out to throw in, right side on the baseline. Reams can't find anyone. They'll lob it in the lane. Hughes knocked it away, but Clark able to get to it. Clark inside to Hossel. Hossel going to drive. Gets underneath, and as she goes, a foul going to be called. And it'll go on Mia Hughes, and Hughes has picked up her second. So Allons has been called for 6 fouls. 3 players have them. Whited has 2, Hughes has 2, and McLaren has 2. This will put Snowy Hossel on the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws here for their first free throw attempts of the game for Rickman. Hossel, the front end of 2, is no good. 37 seconds when they shoot their first free throw. Hughes going to sit down. Annie Vaughn will come back in. Dishman going to leave, as Rickman's gotten a new player in there. I can't see a number yet. We'll get that in just a moment. And there's a lane violation against Dial. That's going to take away that free throw attempt, as number 41 is checked in for Rickman. That's Aaliyah Paul checking in for the Lady Bulldogs. Hughes going to come back in to play offense for this last 37 seconds, as McLaren to throw in. Goes inbounds through the hands of Hughes. Picking it up is going to be Reams. Reams right side, they go to Clark. Clark down low, stolen by Hughes. Hughes now with the outlet to Garrett running. Garrett quickly in the front court. Garrett bumped by Reams, no call. Garrett will play it back out to Harris with 22 seconds to play in the first half. Harris trying to go high post to Hughes, and a foul going to be called. It'll go on Audrey Clark, picking up her first, team's 9th, so still a 1-and-1 here for Bella Harris. Harris going to the line for the first time. Stepping up there for the Hawks, trying to give them their biggest lead with 20 seconds to play in the second quarter. Harris, free throw is good. Her first point for the Lady Hawks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Allons players have scored. 3 Rickman players have scored in the game. Harris to shoot a second free throw to try to make this a 3-point lead. Free throw's on the way. That one's good again. Harris makes them both there, and Allons takes a 3-point lead, 11-8. Reams in the backcourt to Hossel with 15 seconds. Hossel will drive. Jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound tapped. Hughes will control it. Then Hughes has it knocked away. She'll fall down trying to save it. Will save it to McLaren. McLaren with 5 seconds. They've got to hurry. McLaren will go left side wided. 3-point shot at the buzzer is bouncing no good, and we're at halftime. Good second quarter by Allons. Moves the Lady Hawks in front. It's Allons 11, Rickman 8. We'll take this halftime break and come back for the second half in just a moment. Back here at Livingston Academy as we get ready to move to the second half. Let's talk about the scoring in this one first of all for the Rickman Lady Bulldogs. They're being led by Chloe Hammock. 4 points in the first half for Hammock, 2 at halftime for Kate Ford, 2 in the first half for Allie Reams to give them their total of 8. Rickman attempted only 2 free throws. Snowy Hossel went 0 of 2 from the free throw line, and that's their team total as well. Fouls for Rickman, they've got Chloe Hammock with 3, 1 on Audrey Clark, 2 on Kate Ford, 1 on Allie Reams, 1 on Chloe Cravens, and 1 on Chloe Dial. For Allons, they're being led tonight by Aubrey Garrett. 4 points in the first half for Garrett to lead the Lady Hawks. 2 points at halftime for Mia Hughes. She was 0 of 4 from the free throw line. 2 points in the first half for Bella Harris on 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points at halftime for Annie Vaughn. 1 point in the first half for Aubrey McLaren on 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Allons got to the line 10 times. They made 3 of 10 from the free throw line. Neither team has made a 3-point play or a 3-point field goal on the night. The Hillham girls did beat Livingston earlier tonight as that one wrapped up. So Hillham has locked up the number 1 seed in the county tournament coming up in January. The winner of this one will be the 2 seed. What that means will be that these two teams will meet each other again in the opening round of the tournament as 2 will play 3. So it's just, I guess, whichever uniform that you get to wear. The 2 seed will be the home team. The 3 seed will be the visiting team. As the basketball will belong to Rickman to start the second half, as neither team has sent their team out onto the floor. For Allons, it's going to be Hughes, Whited, Harris, Garrett, and they need a 5th. There she is, McLaren. It's going to be Allons basketball. They changed the arrow on me as it was pointing the other way, or they may have already changed it after they told the officials. Hughes inside, jumper in the lane, blocked by Ford, but Garrett will get to it. Garrett picks up the dribble inside Hughes, and now Ford has picked up a foul there. That will be her 3rd, team's 1st here in the second half, as Paul going to check back in for Rickman. She'll come in replacing Kate Ford. McLaren stepping out to throw in right side on the baseline. McLaren goes inbounds off the hands of Hughes, but there to chase it down is going to be Harris. Harris in the corner now. That's off the foot of Whited. Ball is loose. Hammock will get to it for Rickman. Hammock now to Cravens. Cravens works it across the timeline. Now to Reams. Reams right side, Knappenberger. Knappenberger dribbling with the left hand. Works between the double team. Back out top to Reams. Reams top of the key. Works it right side now to Knappenberger. Knappenberger in the lane. Hammock, her jumper in front, rims out. Rebound Hughes. Hughes now to Whited wanting to run. Whited quickly in the front court. Whited will drive. Cut off at the elbow. Now to McLaren. Down low Whited. Whited fall away in the lane. No good. Rebound tapped by Paul. Controlled by Knappenberger. Knappenberger now will bring it front court. Works the ball left side to Cravens. Cravens back up top to Knappenberger. Knappenberger goes right side to Reams. Reams dribbling out with the left hand. Reams working there against this 2-3 zone by Allons. Reams dribbles through the double team. Up top, Paul. Paul will walk with the basketball. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons as they'll play it in on the end line with 4:43 to play in the third quarter. McLaren trying to go inbounds to Harris. It's knocked away by Knappenberger and out of bounds. Touch last by the Lady Bulldogs. It will stay with Allons. McLaren to throw in. Tried to hit Garrett. Hammock took it away. Hammock recovered it after Garrett knocked it free. Then Whited going to pull the rebound, and Hammock will reach in to tie her up. And the arrow this time will give it to Rickman. Hammock stepping. No, it's going to be Reams stepping out to throw in. Reams to play it in on the right baseline. Reams goes left corner now to Cravens. Cravens dribbling with the right hand. Coming in to steal, it's going to be Garrett. Falling out of bounds, she'll save it to Hughes. Hughes now to McLaren. McLaren brings it front court on the dribble. McLaren there at the half court circle. Right side they go to Garrett. Garrett picks up the dribble. Up top, Harris. Harris between the circles. Working with the left hand. Harris to the elbow. On the baseline they go to Whited. Whited's jumper in there is no good. Rebound taken away by Knappenberger. Knappenberger quickly in the front court for Rickman. 11-8. Nobody scored here in the second half. Long pass trying to hit Aaliyah Paul. Goes over her head and out of bounds. Turnover by Rickman. Gives it back to Allons. McLaren to throw in. McLaren plays it inbounds to Harris. They double team. Harris dribbles around it. Now works her way in the middle of the floor. Harris looking to go all the way to the rim. Jumper in front, no good. Whited with the offensive rebound. Back up and in. Ava Whited with her first 2. Extends the lead to 5 at 13-8. Knappenberger in the front court to Cravens. Cravens, dangerous pass. Harris will steal it. 5 new players ready to check in at the next opportunity for Rickman. Harris now will be fouled on the far side by number 25, Chloe Cravens, picking up her second. Team's second here in the second half. And it will be Coming back in, Hossel. Coming back in is Dishman. Dial checks back in. Clark comes back in. Then for the first time is number 44, Livia Worley for Rickman. McLaren to throw in on the sideline. In the corner they go to Whited. 18-foot jump shot on the right side, no good. Rebound taken away by Worley. Worley now to Dial. To Dishman running the floor. Dishman left side layup, no good. Hossel hustling back will get the rebound. To Clark. Her jumper in the lane bouncing, no good. Rebound. Hossel will come out there with it. She'll turn, drive back to the rim, and draw a foul on Allons. If that's Hughes, that's number 3. We'll wait and see. It's going to go on Harris, as Bella Harris will pick up her first foul in the second half against Allons. Going to put Snowy Hossel on the free throw line to shoot 2. She'll go there with 3:25 to play in the third. Hossel. First of 2 on the way is no good. Hossel, the only player for Rickman that's shot any free throws tonight. Rickman is a team now 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Allons 3 of 10 from the free throw line on the night. Hossel. Second free throw in the air. That one rims out. Rebound tapped by Hughes. Dishman will save it to Dial. Left side layup, no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. As good hustle there by Dishman to save that one from going out of bounds, and Harris has picked up her second. Harris picks up number 2 with 3:24 to play in the third, and Chloe Dial to the line shooting 2. Dial, first free throw attempt of the game, is on the way and good. So Chloe's in the scoring column as she knocks down her first point, cuts the lead down to 4 at 13-9. Dial to shoot a second. Dribbling the basketball there. It's no good, but a lane violation against Allons is going to give her another chance. Allons in too quickly. McLaren stepping in there too early, and now Dial to shoot another. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Makes the most of the second chance. She's got 2 and cuts the lead back to 3 at 13-10. McLaren. Pass knocked away by Dishman, stolen by Dishman. Now to Dial. Dial to Hossel. Then Hossel and McLaren run together, and they're going to call Aubrey McLaren for the personal foul, and that will be her third. McLaren picks up number 3 with 3:13 to play in the third quarter. Also team foul number 3 here in the second half as Clark to play the ball in. Stolen by Harris. Harris going to drive. Harris quickly to the rim, driving left, blocked away by Hossel, and blocked out of bounds by Hossel. Touch last by Rickman, though. It will stay with Allons in the front court as they'll play it in on the end line. Annie Vaughn will check in for Allons. She'll come in replacing Aubrey McLaren. It'll be Whited to throw in, right side on the baseline. Whited plays it underneath Vaughn. Vaughn double teamed, needs help. She'll go back out top to Harris. Halfway through the third quarter. Hughes, right baseline to Whited. Whited now to Garrett. Up top, Harris. The long 2 in the air is rolling, no good. Rebound Dishman for Rickman. Dishman now to Clark. Clark to Dial in the front court. Dial looking to drive. Had it knocked free. Saved it to Hossel on the right side. Her jumper's no good, but the rebound batted out of bounds by Rickman. Touch last by the Bulldogs. It will go to Allons to play it in on the end line. Whited stepping out to throw in. Against pressure by Rickman. They're 2-2-1. Inbounds goes to Vaughn. Now to Hughes to dribble at front court. Hughes tried to hit Harris, but threw it out of bounds. Turnover by Allons. Will give it right back to Rickman. The Lady Hawks playing tonight without one of their leading scorers, maybe their leading scorer, and Jaylee Johnson not dressed tonight for Allons. Clark will bring it front court to Dishman. Dishman now to Hossel on the right side. Hossel will drive, gets all the way to the rim. Jumper no good, but Clark there for an offensive rebound. A second chance for Rickman. Dial looks to make a move out top, but they'll say she shuffled the feet in the walk against Rickman. Going to give the basketball back to Allons. McLaren checking back in as she'll come in replacing Vaughn with 2:25 to play in the third. She'll play it in right beside Coach Misty Garrett of the Lady Bulldogs as the inbounds goes to Harris. Harris threw it behind Garrett. Can Aubrey save it? She does to Harris. That's good effort right there by Aubrey Garrett. Harris at the half-court circle. Harris goes left side McLaren. Quickly down low Hughes. Hughes jumper in the lanes, no good. Dial with the rebound for Rickman. Dial working in the backcourt. Will cross it over. Dial now to Clark. Clark to Hossel. Hossel will drive, gets in the lane, wild shot, banking, no good. Whited between a couple of Rickman players will pull the rebound, and the foul going to be called on Marley Dishman. Dishman will pick up her first, team's third here in the second half. So both teams have been called for three as the inbounds goes to Harris. Harris now double teamed in the backcourt. Ball knocked away and a travel going to be called. Turnover going to give it right back to Rickman as they have taken Chloe Hammock down to the end of the floor and taped that knee of Hammock. Must have been some blood there as Dial dribbles to the free throw line to Clark. Clark works her way inside. Jumper in the lane, no good. Harris with the rebound. Then Harris going to be held and fouled by Worley. Olivia Worley will pick up her first, team's fourth here in the first half. And Allons will play the ball in. Each team scoring two here in the third quarter. It was 4-2 after one. Rickman leading at halftime. Allons led 11-8 as Whitehead's jumper on the baseline is no good. Rebound Dishman for Rickman. Now to Dial, and now a 13-10 Allons lead. Rickman turns it over as they throw it out of bounds. Turnover by the Lady Bulldogs. We'll give it right back to Allons. McLaren to throw in. McLaren plays it into Whitehead in the backcourt. Whitehead dribbling away from the double team. Now to McLaren. McLaren across the timeline. McLaren works it up top. Goes left side Harris. Harris will take the three. That one's rimming no good. Clark with the rebound with a chance to run, but that chance taken away by McLaren. Dial now. Will cross to the left hand. Garrett knocked it free. She'll dive on the floor to tie it up. And the arrow going to give it to Allons. Again, just effort right there by Aubrey Garrett. And they're going to say it is going to Allons as Dial was going to step out. Had me fooled. It's going to be McLaren stepping out to throw in to Harris. Harris at the half-court circle, calling the offensive set. Harris will spin to the left hand, pulls up the free throw line. Shot blocked away by Clark, taken away by Rickman. Dial Claret. We've got her with four, of course, across the floor, and with the signals that you get from these officials sometimes, I couldn't guarantee that's four, but I think it is, and Annie Vaughn will get off the bench for Allons and come in to replace Aubrey McLaren. Hossel to throw in. 15-12, the Allons lead with 24 seconds to play in the third quarter. As Hossel will throw in to Dishman. Dishman pass deflected by Garrett. Worley will get to it for Rickman. Worley now to Clark with 18 seconds. Clark pulls up on the right baseline. Jumper's no good. Dishman with an offensive rebound, back up no good. Hughes will tap the rebound. It's loose. Clark will save it off Whitehead on a good hustle play by Audrey Clark to get to that one, and the presence of mind to play it off Whitehead and keep possession for Rickman. Dial to throw in with 8 seconds to play in the third quarter. Dial plays it up top to Clark. Back to Dial. Dial back to Clark. Clark shot blocked in the lane by Hughes. Dishman will recover it. The jumper at the buzzer is no good, and we are through three. After three complete, it's Allons 15, Rickman 12. Ready to start the fourth quarter with the Allons lead at 3. Rickman going to send out Chloe Dial, Marley Dishman, Snowy Hossel, Livia Worley, and Audrey Clark for the Lady Bulldogs, as they will have possession to start the fourth quarter. The Overton County Tournament scheduled to be played on January the 5th. It will begin on a Thursday night on January the 5th. They'll play a couple of games that night with the 4 and 5 matchups. Then the tournament, as of right now, will be played in one day on January the 7th here at Livingston Academy. Inbounds goes to Worley. Worley will hand off to Hossel. Hossel in the lane, they go to Dial. Dial to Dishman on the left side. 18-foot jump shot is good. Marley Dishman. Dishman with her first two. Cuts the lead down to 1 at 15-14. Clark to play the ball in. Clark goes inbounds to Hughes. Hughes dribbling in the backcourt. Hughes with the left-hand dribble, bumped by Clark. No call coming. Hughes will pick up the dribble. Now to Garrett in the front court. Whited. Whited back to Garrett. They're going to call the travel on Whited before she made that pass. We gave you the Rickman players returning for the fourth quarter. For Allons, it's Aubrey Garrett, Bella Harris, also Annie Vaughn, Mia Hughes, and Ava Whited. Inbounds goes to Dishman in the front court. They've got a chance to take their first lead in the second half. Hossel on the right side. Hossel up top now to Clark. Clark, high post they go to Dial. Dial holding the basketball there. Now to Dishman off her hand, stolen away by Harris. Harris quickly in the front court for Allen. She'll drive, and as she goes, the foul going to be called on Marley Dishman. Dishman will pick up her second, team sixth, but this will put Bella Harris on the free throw line to shoot 2 here, and for the next 5-12, Allens is going to be in the bonus. Harris stepping up there where she's 2 of 2 tonight. Free throw by Bella, rims out. Chance to make it a 2-point lead here if she can knock down this second free throw. Stepping back up there. Puts this one on the way. That one's good. So Harris makes 1 out of 2. They've attempted 12 free throws on the night, made only 4 of 12 in the game, and they lead it by 2, 16-14. Hossel all the way to the rim. Driving layup, no good. Vaughn able to pull that rebound between a couple of Rickman players. Now to Hughes. Hughes to Harris to bring it front court. Harris across the timeline, working there at the half-court circle. Harris now calling the offensive set with the 2-point lead in the basketball. Harris will drive. Harris jumper on the right side, banking no good. Vaughn with the rebound, then her pass knocked away by Clark and out of bounds. Touch last by Rickman. It's going to stay with Allens. Whited stepping out to throw in on the baseline. Whited goes to Harris. Harris dribbling out with the right hand. Harris now works her way to the half-court circle. Harris high post. Hossel will knock it away, but the pass gets to Vaughn. Her jumper inside's no good. Rebound Dishman. Dishman now to Hossel. Hossel to bring it front court for Rickman. Works it across the timeline. Up top now to Clark. Clark. High post they go to Dial. Back cut Dishman. Layup blocked away by Hughes. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Allens. Touched last by the Lady Hawks. It's going to stay with Rickman. Dial stepping out to throw in. Left side on the baseline. Dial plays it into Dishman. Right side jumper from 14's no good. Rebound to Harris with a chance to run. Harris quickly in the front court, works at the left wing to set the offense. Pretty good job by Hossel there stopping that break. Hughes in the lane will kick it out to Whited. Her jumper from 18 is no good. Rebound Dishman. Dishman now to Clark. Clark to Hossel to bring it front court. Hossel tripped up as she goes, and the foul going to be called on Aubrey Garrett. Garrett will pick up her first, team sixth here in the second half. So for the next 3:54, Rickman's going to be shooting the free throws. Chloe Dial stepping out to throw in, and a 2-point Allens lead, 16-14. Inbounds Dishman right at the rim. Jumper's no good. Worley with the rebound. She's going to be tied up by Hughes, and the arrow is going to give it to Allens. Allens will play it in on the end line. Before they do, though, a timeout going to be called by Coach Derek Harris. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Frontier Chevrolet, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascott Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, Livingston Regional Hospital, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, Jerry's IGA, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Dairy Queen, Exit Realty, Bullseye Security, Hall Funeral Home, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, and W&O Construction Company. As it's a 2-point Allens lead, 16-14. It was 15-12 at the start of the fourth quarter. Allens a point on a free throw by Bella Harris. Rickman's only points in the quarter, a 2-point jumper by Marley Dishman, as it will be Allens with possession. Trying to make this a 2-possession lead here as Aubrey McLaren will check back in with the 4 fouls for Allens. She'll replace Annie Vaughn. McLaren to throw in. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Inbounds goes to Harris. Harris lead pass to Garrett. Numbers if they hurry. Garrett now to Harris. Harris dribbling between the circles. Now we'll swing it left side McLaren. McLaren down low to Hughes posting up. Hughes back to Harris. Bella will take the three and knock it down. Big bucket by Bella Harris. First three-pointer of the game for either team with 3:37 to play in the fourth quarter, and extends the lead to 5 at 19-14, matching their biggest lead of the night. Worley on the right side to Dial. Dial up top now to Clark. Clark to Dishman on the left side. Back to Clark. Clark goes high post now to Worley. Dishman taps that pass. Dial will get the loose ball. Then her pass is going to go out of bounds. Touch last by Rickman. It will go to Allons. That three-pointer by Harris, her 6th point of the game to lead all scorers as the inbounds goes to Whited. Whited now going to be tied up in the backcourt by Hossel, and the arrow will give it to Rickman before they play it in, though. Rickman's got 5 players ready to check back in as their starters come back in. Chloe Hammock, Chloe Cravens, Addie Mae Knappenberger, Allie Reams, and Kate Ford back in for Rickman. Inbounds to Ford, back to Hammock. Hammock will drive. Floater on the baseline's no good. Rebound tapped around. Hammock will get to it. Up top, Knappenberger. Left side, Reams, back to Knappenberger. Now to Cravens. In the corner, they go to Hammock. Down low, Ford posting up. Ford jumper on the right block is good. Kate Ford. Ford 2 in the quarter. She's got 4 in the game. Harris has it knocked away, but a foul going to be called on Rickman. It will go on number 30. That is Addie Mae Knappenberger picking up her first. That's the team's 7th, and this will put Bella Harris on the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Harris stepping up there with 2:44 to play in the fourth. A chance to make this again a 5-point lead. Front end of the 1-and-1 by Harris is no good. Rebound taken away by Cravens, but she took an extra step. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons. They'll play it in on the end line. And a 3-point lead here with the basketball. Inbounds goes to Harris. Back to McLaren stepping inbounds. McLaren tried to go inside Hughes. Pass knocked away. Taken away by Knappenberger. Then Hughes will tie her up, and the arrow's going to keep it on this end with Allons to play it in. They'll throw in right side on the baseline with McLaren stepping out to throw in. McLaren goes inbounds to Harris. Up top, Garrett. Her jumper for 2 is good. Aubrey Garrett. Garrett with a little jumper about 16 feet out. Ball is loose. Garrett diving after it, but Reams will get to it. Garrett has 6 for Allons. Reams lob down low to Ford on the right block. Her jumper's no good. Hughes had the rebound. Cravens stole it away. Cravens now to Hammock. Jumper on the right side, banking good. Chloe Hammock. Hammock with her 6th. Inbound stolen by Hammock. Hammock left side layup, good. Back-to-back quick buckets by Chloe Hammock. And all of a sudden, Rickman's cut it to 1 at 21-20. 2:01 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll take a moment to thank our sponsors once again for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, and Jerry's IGA. We do want to take a moment to ask you if you could go to our YouTube page and subscribe to our channel here. If you enjoy seeing these events here on Overton Events, we've got the Christmas Parade coming up this weekend. We're told it's being moved to Sunday at 2 due to the threat of rain coming in. Inbounds goes to Garrett, and she's fouled quickly by Chloe Cravens. Cravens will pick up her 3rd, team's 8th. So a 1-and-1 for Aubrey Garrett stepping to the free throw line. 6 points in the game for Garrett with 1:59 to play in the fourth. She's got a chance to move this back to a 3-point lead. Garrett stepping up there. Free throws on the way and good. Garrett having a good game. 3 in the quarter, 7 in the game for Aubrey as she'll step back up there for the Lady Hawks. Dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way. This one's good. So Garrett makes them both in the quarter. They're 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 3-point Allons lead, 23-20. Reams in the front court. Reams dribbling between the circles. High post, they go to Hammock. Lob backdoor Cravens. Her jumper bouncing, no good. Ford with the rebound, but they've got her over the back of Bella Harris. And Kate Ford has picked up. We have her with 4. Team's ninth. Hammock with 3. Ford with 4. Cravens with 3. For Allons, they've got McLaren with 4. Harris with 3. Ava Whited to the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1 still on team foul number 9. Free throw by Whited is no good. Hughes will get the rebound. Power dribble, layup good, and she is fouled. Mia Hughes has a chance at a 3-point play. Foul going to go on Kate Ford, and if our numbers are correct, that's 5. Hughes with a chance at a 3-point play, apparently only 4. Now they blow the whistle. It is going to be 5 on Kate Ford as she'll foul out with 1:41 to play in the fourth quarter. That bucket by Hughes extends the lead back to 5, and a chance to add to it with an old-fashioned 3-point play if she can knock down this free throw. Before she does, though, Rickman going to take a timeout. They'll call it with 1:41 to play in the fourth quarter, with Allons leading 25-20. Again, we want to ask you to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube page. If you enjoy watching these events here on Overton Events, we enjoy bringing them to you, and just go subscribe to it. Cost you nothing to subscribe. Will never cost you anything to subscribe. That just helps us grow our YouTube channel. We also want to say congratulations to Matt Hauser, named the new Livingston Academy football coach today. We're going to get together with Coach Hauser and have a little sit down with him before long as he gets settled in as the new head coach. Of course, Matt, a lot of experience here at Livingston Academy. He was All-State when he played here in the late 90s. He played from 1996 to 1999 and was All-State. Went on to play college ball at Dartmouth University up in the Northeast, then came back to Tennessee. He's been a head coach at Jackson County, been a head coach at White County, been assistant coach at Cookeville, also at Livingston Academy, and comes back as the head coach of his school as he was named today as the head coach for Livingston Academy football. Mia Hughes, 1 free throw here. It's on the way and no good. Didn't catch rim, so it will go to Rickman. Chloe Hammock to throw in. It was Hossel that replaced Ford when she fouled out. Inbounds goes to Reams. Reams now to Hossel. Hossel has it knocked away by Harris. Ball is loose. They'll dive after it. Garrett and Knappenberger going to tie it up, and the Arrow's going to keep it with Rickman. Lady Bulldogs will play it in on the inline, as it will be Reams stepping out to throw in. 1:33 to play in the game. Inbounds Knappenberger through right elbow. Knappenberger dribbled it off her foot. She'll fall to the floor, and a travel going to be called. Turnover by Rickman will give it back to Allons with a chance to take a 3-possession lead here with 1:28 to play in the game. McLaren goes inbounds to Harris. Harris double-teamed, and a reach going to be called on Rickman. Let's see who they've got. It'll go on Allie Reams. She'll pick up only her second. Team already in the double bonus, so Bella Harris going to the free throw line to shoot 2 here. And she'll go there with 1:25 to play in the fourth. Harris with 6 points on the night, dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Harris, 5 in the quarter, 7 in the game. Allons being led and scoring by Aubrey Garrett with 8. Rickman being led by Chloe Hammock with 8. Harris to shoot a second free throw. Trying to make this a 7-point lead. This one's on the way. This one is no good. Hughes with another offensive rebound, and she's fouled again. Hughes a couple of big offensive rebounds. This one's going to go on Snowy Hossel. Hossel will pick up her first. 2 free throws here for Mia Hughes with a chance to extend this to 8 if she can make them both. Hughes. Free throws on the way and no good. Allons still having trouble at the free throw line. Mia will shoot a second here. Stepping back up there for the Hawks. This one's on the way. This one's good. So Hughes makes 1 out of 2. That's a big one to make it a 7-point lead in a 3-possession game. Reams in the front court to Hossel. Hossel will drive. Free throw line, Hammock. Her jumper there is good. Chloe Hammock. Hammock with 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game as McLaren goes inbounds to Harris. They've cut it back to 5. Harris in the front court, Whited with it on the left side. Down low, Hughes made a good catch. Jumper in the lane is no good, but a foul going to be called on Reams. And this will put Mia Hughes back at the free throw line to shoot 2. No, it's going to go on Hossel. Hossel will pick up her second. Hughes back to the free throw line for Allons. But before she goes, a timeout going to be called by Rickman. They'll take it with 52 seconds to play in the fourth quarter with Allons leading 27-22. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors once again as we have another chance here. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, and Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation. 27-22. The Allons lead is 5 as they had 15 points through 3 quarters. They've scored 12 here in this fourth quarter. Mia Hughes going to the free throw line, trying to make it 14 if she can knock down both these free throws and trying to extend the lead back to 3 possessions. Hughes dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way and good. Mia, 4 in the quarter. She's got 6 in the game. Second free throw coming up from Hughes as she'll step back up there for Allons, dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way. Good again. Hughes has made 3 in a row from the free throw line, and Allons extends the lead back to 7 at 29-22. Hossel will drive. Her jumper banking no good. McLaren with the rebound. Knocked free, but Hughes will get to it. Hughes dribbling the backcourt, and a timeout going to be called by Allons. They'll take it with 41 seconds to play in the fourth in a 7-point Allons lead, 29-22 here at Livingston Academy. As these two teams winding down the regular season, of course, the county tournament coming up in January. The state tournaments for these two teams will be coming up in January as well, as the lead is 7 with 41 seconds to play here in the fourth. Look at the foul situation for Allons. They've got Aubrey McLaren with 4. Bella Harris has 3. For Rickman, they've already had Kate Ford to foul out. They've got 3 on Chloe Cravens, 3 also on Chloe Hammock. Rickman back out on the floor after the timeout. Allons taking as much time as they can during this timeout to set something up here on the inbounds, as McLaren will be the player to step out and throw in. McLaren to play it in on the end line. Goes inbounds to Harris. Harris dribbling in the backcourt. Harris steps around the McLaren screen. Harris, now they look to double team. Harris in trouble there in the corner. They bump her, and she dribbles on the end line. Got into that corner, just no way out there against that double team, and the turnover will give it back to Rickman. 33 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter as Reams to throw in. Reams can't find anyone. Finally, it's Knappenberger breaking the lane, and she's going to be fouled by Harris. And Harris will pick up her 4th. Team 7th. And this will put Knappenberger on the free throw line. They signaled 2. I think it should just be 1 and 1 for Addie Mae Knappenberger. But we'll wait and see what they do. Knappenberger stepping up there. Free throws on the way, and no good. It is the 1 and 1. Hughes with the rebound. Hughes controlling for Allons. Hughes now double teamed in the backcourt. Ball knocked away by Hammock. Hughes will save it over to McLaren. McLaren in the front court. Whited quickly to the rim. Driving layup, no good, but she's going to be fouled by Rickman. Foul going to go on Chloe Hammock. She'll pick up her 4th. 2 free throws here for Ava Whited, and she'll step up to the free throw line with 4 points on the night. She's 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 20 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. Trying to put this one away for the Lady Hawks. The free throw is good by Whited. Her first point of the 4th quarter. Like I said, they had 15 points through 3 quarters. They've got 15 here in the 4th quarter to lead it 30-22. Second free throw by Whited. Good again. Whited knocks down both free throws there. She's got 6, and Allons is going to get the win here tonight against Rickman. Hammock on the right side. Down low they go to Dial. Dial dribbled it off her foot, saved it from getting out of bounds. Now to Knappenberger. Knappenberger to Hostel at the free throw line. Left side they'll go to Reams. Reams steps to her right. 2-point jump shot banking, no good. Knappenberger with the offensive rebound. Put back at the buzzer is no good. And Allons wins it by a final score of 30-22 here tonight against Rickman. With the loss, Rickman will drop to 11-4 overall. They'll go to 4-3 in Overton County play. Let's check the scoring for Rickman as they're being led by they were led by Chloe Hammock tonight with 10 in the game. 4 points tonight for Kate Ford. She fouled out. 2 points scored tonight by Allie Reams. 2 in the game for Olivia Worley. 2 points tonight for Chloe Dial to give them their total of 22. Rickman got to the free throw line 7 times. They made 2 of 7 from the free throw line. For Allons, Ava Whited tonight with 6 points for the Lady Hawks. 8 points scored tonight by Aubrey Garrett. It was 7 points on the night for Mia Hughes. 7 points scored tonight by Bella Harris. 2 in the game for Annie Vaughn. 1 point tonight for Aubrey McLaren to give them their total of 30. Allons got to the free throw line in the 4th quarter 5, 10, 15 times. They shot 25 free throws on the night. They made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They made 12 of 25 from the free throw line, and they made 1 3-point field goal. And with the win, Allons moves their record to 10-7 overall. They go to 5-2 in county play to close out the county regular season. So we'll wrap up our coverage of the girls' game. We'll take this break. We'll come back. We'll get the boys' matchup underway in just a moment. Back here at Livingston Academy as we move to the boys matchup, as the girls game earlier saw Allons win over Rickman 30-22. Told you would find out the score from the first meeting between those two, as the Allons girls wins both matchups this season with Rickman. They won the first one 31-30 up in Allons. They win tonight 30-22 over Rickman. Now the Allons and Rickman boys getting ready to play as they play for the number 1 seed in Overton County boys basketball for the tournament coming up, as they beat Rickman 44-31 in the first meeting between these two. Starters for the visiting Allons Hawks, as they are 14-3 overall, 6-0 in county play under head coach Chris Stacy and assistant coaches Timmy Ray and Derek Harris, as they will start Mark Ogletree, also Parker Beachboard, Jagger Hammock, Carter Harris, and who was the other one? Lucas Simmons for Allons. For Rickman, they're coached by Wade Eldridge. He's assisted by David Ledbetter, Buddy Sells, and Andy Melton. They're 10-5 on the season overall, 5-1 in county play. They will start number 0, Green Puckett. Number 2, Brody Miller. Number 21, Clayton Hill. Number 22, Jathan Smith. And number 30, Cooper Roberts, the starters for Rickman. Ball in the air, tap control by Puckett as he'll tap it back to Hill to bring it front court. Clayton right side to Miller. Miller dribbling near the half-court stripe, back to Hill. Hill works it with the left-hand dribble. Rickman's got Blake Melton not dressed tonight. Down low, Puckett. Driving layup, good. Green Puckett. Good entry pass there. Puckett gets the finish to lay it up and in for his first two, and Rickman moves in front 2-0. Hammock will bring it front court to Beachboard. High post, they go to Ogletree. Down low, good catch by Harris. His jumper's no good. Miller and Harris going to tie it up, and the arrow will give it to Allons. Ogletree stepping out to throw in on the baseline as he'll play it in left side to Beachboard. 3 by Parker is no good. Rebound on the floor. Puckett will control it for Rickman. Puckett then has his pass taken away by Hammock. Hammock to the rim. Layup no good. Harris with an offensive rebound. His pull-up jumper in the lane is good. Carter Harris. Harris spins one home there to score the first 2 for Allons and tie the game at 2 apiece. There's a turnover. Beachboard with the steal. Right to the rim. Layup no good. Hammock will tap the rebound, but there to control it is going to be Roberts. Roberts now to Miller. Miller looks to drive. He'll back it back out. Pass knocked away by Beachboard. Stolen by Beachboard. Then they almost fumbled it away, but Ogletree keeps control and will get the ball to Hammock to set the offense as Allons looks for their first lead. Ogletree down low to Harris. Left corner Beachboard. 3 ball in the air. Rims out. Ogletree with an offensive rebound. Ogletree back to Beachboard. Now to Hammock. Hammock at the elbow to Harris. Left baseline Ogletree. His jumper's no good. Puckett with the rebound, but Simmons is on his back. Lucas Simmons will pick up his first foul of the game against either team, coming with 4:31 to play in the first quarter. Inbounds goes to Hill. Hill now to Smith. Knocked away by Simmons. Allons will control. Hammock in the front court. Right side they go to Beachboard. He's got an open look at a 3. That one's bouncing no good. Rebound tapped away. It's loose in the lane. Simmons will get to it. He's going to be fouled by Hill. Hill will pick up the first foul for Rickman. His first foul coming with 4:15 to play in the first quarter. And a throw in here for Ogletree. Ogletree underneath Simmons. Ball knocked away. Simmons got it back in the lane. Beachboard. His jumper down low is good. Parker Beachboard has his first 2. Allons has their first lead at 4-2. There's a steal by Harris. Harris will drive. His jumper on the left baseline bouncing no good. Simmons with the offensive rebound. Back up and in. Lucas Simmons going to work on the offensive glass. Has his first 2. 6 straight by Allons. Moves them in front 6-2. Smith on the left wing. His 3 ball in transition is good. Jathan Smith. Smith knocks down the triple for Rickman. First 3 of the game for either team. Cuts the lead down to 1 at 6-5 with 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Beachboard in the front court. Ogletree has it knocked away by Smith, but goes right back to Hammock. Hammock controlling between the circles. Works it to the right wing. Hammock will drive all the way to the rim. Layup rolling, no good. Rebound tapped by Harris. Simmons and Puckett battle for it, but Puckett's got a foot on the sideline, and the basketball will stay with Allons. Ogletree stepping out to throw in as he'll play it underneath the Beachboard. Back to Ogletree. Now Simmons on the baseline. His jumper rolling good. Lucas Simmons. I think Puckett got a hand on that. Simmons still got to go home. 3-point Allons lead as Beachboard with the steal. Beachboard to Hammock. His shot blocked by Hill. Hill will take it away. Hill now has it go off the hands of Roberts, picked up by Harris. Harris controlling for Allons. Now to Hammock. Hammock works it between the circles now to set the offense. Hammock, high post, they go to Ogletree. Down low, Harris. Harris jumper banking, no good. Beachboard with an offensive rebound. It's blocked by Smith. Rebound taken away by Puckett. Puckett now to Hill to bring it front court for Rickman. 2.5 to play in the first quarter as Hill going to make a long pass to Smith in the front court. Jathan taking another three and knocking down another three. Jathan Smith from distance that time knocks down his second triple. He's got 6, and Rickman ties it up at 8 apiece, and Allons wants a timeout. 2:21 to play in the first half. We're all tied up at 8. We'll be back to Livingston Academy in just a moment.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Timeout taken by Allons as a couple of deep threes by Jathan Smith. The second one tying the game at 8. Allons to play the ball in right beside of Coach Wade Eldridge for Rickman. As the inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock dribbling between the circles. Down low, Harris spins to his left. Jumper's no good. Harris gets his own rebound, takes it back up, and draws a foul from Rickman. Foul going to go on number 2. That's Brody Miller, picking up his first, team's second. This will put Carter Harris on the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw by the left-hander is good. Harris with his first point. These are the first free throw attempts of the game with 2:12 to play in the first quarter. Second free throw from Harris. That one's good again. Allons back in front by 2, 10-8. Rickman with possession. Roberts now to Hill. Hill on the left wing. Will dribble inside the zone. Hill at the elbow. Pass deflected by Hammock. Stolen by Ogletree. Right back to Hammock wanting to run. To Beachboard on the right side. Back to Hammock. Hammock almost threw it away. Ogletree just happened to be there to make that catch. Harris spins. His jumper on the baseline is no good. Rebound taken away by Puckett. Puckett controlling for Rickman. Allons quickly jumps into that 2-2-1. Miller over the top of it to Roberts. His left side 2-point jump shot's no good. Ogletree with the rebound. Harris now to Hammock. 1.5 to play in the first quarter with Allons leading 10-8. The front court with it is Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock now at the half-court circle. Hammock dribbling on the left wing. Hammock goes down low to Harris. Harris turns inside. Jumper banking, no good. Rebound taken away by Puckett. Puckett now to Hill. Hill to Miller. 3-on-1. Miller leading the break. Miller left side tried to hit Smith, but Beachboard hustling back will get the steal. Beachboard now to Hammock. Hammock will bring it front court on the dribble for the Allons Hawks as we move inside 1 minute to play in the first quarter with Rickman leading 10-8. Beachboard left baseline jumper blocked away by Roberts. Rebound to Puckett. Hill now to Miller. Miller behind the back to try to shake free of Hammock. He'll find Puckett on the wing. Puckett will drive all the way to the rim. Simmons will block him, but blocks it out of bounds. Basketball going to stay with Rickman in the front court as they'll play it in on the end line. Clayton Hill stepping out to throw in as he plays it right corner to Roberts. Roberts back to Hill. Hill dribbles out to reset. Hill will swing it now to Smith. Smith fakes, works his way in the paint, and they'll call a double dribble against Rickman. Turnover will give it back to Allons as they'll play it in with 33 seconds to play in the first quarter. Hammock brings it front court. Hammock now to Ogletree. Down low, Harris. Harris tries to power his way in. He's going to be called for the travel. Harris just trying to muscle his way inside, and step's going to be called, and the turnover gives it back to Rickman. Inbounds goes to Smith. Smith now to Hill to bring it front court. Hill inside to Puckett. Puckett double teamed in the post. Jumper down low is no good. Harris with the rebound with 12 seconds. Harris quickly in the front court for Allons. Harris now to Hammock. Hammock, high post, they go to Ogletree with 5 seconds. Harris dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. Turnover by Allons will give it back to Rickman, but only 2 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Miller plays the ball into Hill, and they'll just let the time run out. We're through one. After one complete, it's Allons 10, Rickman 8. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, and Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation. As the basketball belongs to Rickman to start the second quarter. Allons with the 2-point lead, 10-8 to begin the second. Hill with it for Rickman to Smith. Smith back to Hill at the high post. Left quarter Roberts. Roberts back to Smith. Smith lost it. Ball is taken away by Hammock. Then he's going to be held and fouled by Miller. And Brody Miller's picked up his second foul. Miller picks up number 2 with 5:48 to play in the second quarter. As that will be team foul number 3 on Rickman. Allons has been called for 1. Hammock to Ogletree at the high post. Ogletree back to Hammock. Now to Simmons. Simmons right wing Beachboard. Beachboard to Hammock. Quickly to Ogletree. Left side Harris stepping in 3-point range. Beachboard will take the 3 on the right side and knock it down. Parker Beachboard with the first 3 of the night for Allons. He's got 5, and the Rickman lead is 5, 13-8. Rather, the Allons lead is 5, 13-8. Rickman called for the walk. Hill will shuffle the feet, and the turnover by the Bulldogs will give it right back to Allons. Beachboard to throw in to Hammock. Back to Beachboard on the right wing. Beachboard to Hammock. Down low they go to Harris. Harris, pull-up jumper on the baseline's no good. Rebound tapped out by Puckett, controlled by Smith. Now to Hill. Hill quickly in the front court, driving the rim. Scoop layup, no good. Rebound tapped around. Puckett and Simmons going to tie it up. And the arrow going to give it to Allons. Allons will play it in on the inline. We played a minute here in the second quarter with with Allons leading 13-8. Inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock now will bring it across the timeline. Hammock works it left wing against the Rickman man-to-man, it looks like. Now low Harris posting up. His jumper on the block, no good. Harris gets his own rebound, though. Carter will take it back up. It's no good, and on the rebound, a foul going to go on Lucas Simmons. Simmons will pick up his second. Only team foul number 2 against Allons here in the first half as the inbounds goes to Hill against 2-2-1 pressure. Hill has it knocked away by Beachboard. Hill gets it back. Hill down to Miller. Miller with the left-hand dribble. Goes back to Hill on the left wing. Hill looking inside to Puckett. Hill will drive, double teamed in the corner. Hill needs help. Ball deflected away and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons walked with the basketball. Turnover by Allons will give it right back to Rickman with 4:23 to play in the second quarter. And it will be Allons going to the bench as they'll bring in Mason Bowles. He'll come in replacing Simmons. Roberts trying to go back to Miller, and Miller has to go backcourt to catch that low pass, and the turnover by Rickman gives it right back to Allons. Allons with the 5-point lead as the only points of the second quarter coming on a Parker Beachboard 3-point field goal. Beachboard plays the ball into Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock dribbles to the left wing. Hammock down low to Harris posting up. Harris turns baseline, can't get the shot away. Beachboard up top can. His three's no good. Roberts with the rebound for Rickman. Roberts controlling for the Bulldogs. Front court Miller. Back to Roberts. Roberts lob down low to Puckett. Knocked out of bounds, but it goes off the hands of Puckett. Touch last by Rickman. Basketball going to go to Allons as Harris will step out to throw in. Plays it into Hammock. Hammock now will walk it up the floor as he'll go high post to Ogletree. Down low Harris. Harris turns inside. Jumper banking good. Carter Harris turning to his left. Harris has his 6th point. And the Allons lead the biggest of the night at 7. It's 15-8. Roberts in the front court to Miller. Miller Lob down low. Puckett had it go off his hands on that high pass, taken away by Bowles. Beach board now will go to Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock across the timeline, working top of the key. They go down low. Harris again turns inside. Jumper's good. And Miller's just picked up number 3. Carter Harris has a chance in an old-fashioned three-point play. Brody Miller will pick up his 3rd foul with 3:19 to play in the second quarter. And this will put Carter Harris on the free throw line for 1. Free throw by Harris is no good. Rebound Miller. Miller will save it to Puckett as he was falling down. Now to Hill. I don't know if they got him with 3. There's a steal by Beachboard. Beachboard to the rim. Layup blocked by Hill, but a foul going to be called on Clayton Hill. Hill will pick up his 2nd, team's 5th here in the first half. Coach Eldridge not making any move if Miller has 3. This will put Parker Beachboard on the free throw line to shoot 2 with 3:12 to play in the second quarter. Free throw by Beachboard is no good. Trying to make this a 10-point lead, double-digit lead for the first time if he can make here. Second free throw is good by Beachboard. So he makes 1 out of 2. Beachboard has 6. And the Allons lead is 10, 18-8. Miller now to Smith. Smith in the corner now to Hill. Hill to Miller, came in the paint. Through his hands, taken away by Hammock. Hammock quickly in the front court for Allons. All the way to the rim. Driving layup, no good. Followed by Bowles, no good. Rebound Hill. Hill now will bring it front court on the dribble. And as he goes, a whistle stopping play and a foul going to be called on on Allons. It will go on Jagger Hammock. Hammock will pick up his 1st, team's 3rd here in the first half. Smith to throw in. Right beside it, Coach Chris Stacy. Hill with it on the left wing. Hill inside Puckett. They double team in the post to Smith. Smith up top. Miller, his 3 in there with a hand in the face is no good. Beachboard with the rebound for Allons. Beachboard controlling for the Hawks. He'll bring it front court to Hammock on the right side. Hammock dribbling to the half-court circle. Hammock, high post Ogletree, down low Harris. Harris will be called for the offensive foul. That's Miller standing there and taking the hit from Carter Harris. Harris will pick up his 1st, team's 4th here in the first half, so they've got 2 to give before Rickman goes in the bonus. The inbounds goes to Hill. Miller now to Smith, trying to go back to Miller. Ball knocked away. It's taken away by Harris. Harris to the rim, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound fought for. Hill will come up with it for Rickman. Hill's pass deflected, but gets to Roberts. Roberts back to Hill. This Allons pressure causing some problems right now. Hill now to Miller, and Miller walked with it. Turnover by Rickman gives it back to Allons. That 2-2-1 pressure, very effective with the speed they have up top, and Beachboard will play the ball into Hammock. 2:22 to play first half. Allons leading 18-8 here at Livingston Academy. Trying to go unbeaten in the county as they're 6-0. Harris on the left side. His jumper banking no good. Rebound Puckett for Rickman. Rickman trying to even up the county race as Smith took his eye off that one, had it go through his hands and out of bounds. Turnover by Rickman. We'll give it right back to Allons as it went off the foot of Jathan Smith. Beachboard goes inbounds to Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock works at high post to Ogletree. Ogletree inside Harris. Little scoop shot down low, no good. Bowles with an offensive rebound. Hammock up top with 1:50 to play in the first half. Harris, 19-foot jumper on the left side. Good. Carter Harris. Harris into double figures. He's got 10. Allons has their biggest lead at 12. It's 20-8. Smith will bring it across the timeline. Smith picks up the dribble. He's double teamed. Backs it back out to Hill. Hill looking to drive. Works his way inside. Floater blocked away by Bowles. Taken away by Harris. Harris now with Hammock running ahead. He'll get the ball to him. Hammock will drive, and he'll draw a foul from Brody Miller. And like I said, we've got him with 4 now, as this will put Jagger Hammock on the free throw line to shoot 2. That's team foul number 6 on Rickman. As Hammock going to the line for the first time. Stepping up there for Allons, looking for his first point tonight. Free throw by Jagger is good. He's got his first. He's the 4th player to score for Allons. And now Miller going to sit down. Coming in to replace him will be number 11, That is Colton Hill, and I think we just had a technical called on the Rickman bench on Coach Wade Eldridge. Technical foul on Coach Eldridge as Hammock to shoot the second free throw here on the foul. This one is no good. So that's team foul number 7 on that technical. Now they'll shoot the 2 technical free throws. They'll leave Hammock up there to shoot the 2. 21-8, the Allons lead. Dribbling the basketball there. This free throw by Hammock is good. Jagger will shoot another. Then Allons will have possession after the technical on the Rickman bench. Hammock to shoot again here for Allons. As he puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So he makes 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And now Allons will have possession as they extend the lead to 14. And a chance to add more to that lead as Beachboard will go inbounds to Hammock. Hammock across the timeline, dribbling up top. They almost threw it away. Harris able to save it. Harris will skip it now to Beachboard. Back to Hammock between the circles. Hammock, high post Ogletree. Ogletree will take the jumper on the left side. It's no good. Bowles will tap the rebound, and Ogletree will get to it. Ogletree up top to Beachboard. Now to Hammock as we approach a minute to play in the first half with Allons leading 22-8. Harris inside, turns to his left. Power dribble, little up and under move. Jumper's no good. Bowles with the rebound, but he walked with it as he tried to come out of there. Turnover by Allons will give it back to Rickman as Hill will step out to throw in. Plays it in to Smith. Smith in the backcourt against this 2-2-1. Goes left side, tried to hit Colton Hill, but goes off his hands and out of bounds. Touch last by Rickman. Basketball will go back to Allons with 52 seconds to play in the first half. Beachboard goes inbounds to Hammock. Back to Beachboard. Ogletree down low to Harris. Harris again that up and under move. Jumper banking good. Carter Harris. They just got no matchup for him right now in the post. He's got 8 in the quarter, 12 in the game. Hill quickly to Roberts in the front court. Roberts back to Hill on the left side. Now to Smith. Smith looks to drive, and as he goes, foul going to be called on Jagger Hammock. Hammock will pick up his second. Team's 5th here in the first half, so they've still got 1 to give before any free throws by Rickman. Hammock going to sit down. Coming in to replace him is going to be Clay Melton. Inbounds goes to Roberts. Roberts back to Smith. Smith on the right side will drive. His jumper banking no good. Rebound taken away by Harris with 22 seconds to play in the half, and Beachboard going to slow it down, and they're going to hold for the last shot of the half as Beachboard just dribbles it across the timeline. Left side Melton, high post Ogletree. Down low Harris. Harris will kick it back out to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Melton. 8 seconds to play in the half. Down low Harris backs his way in. Harris jumper's no good. Travel going to be called as Puckett just held his ground. And Harris will shuffle the feet, and the turnover by Allons will give it back to Rickman with 3 seconds to play in the half. Smith to throw in. Plays it into Hill. Hill dribbling through the pressure. Half-court runner at the buzzer is no good, and we are at halftime. At halftime, it is Allons 25, Rickman 8. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. Ready to move to the second half with Allons leading here at halftime 25-8. As a good second quarter by Allons, they outscored Rickman 15-0 in that second quarter to extend the lead to 15, where we are now at 25-17, where we are now at 25-8 over Rickman. Scoring for Rickman in the first half, Jathan Smith with 6 points on 2 3-point field goals. 2 points in the first half for Green Puckett to give them their total of 8. Fouls for Rickman. Brody Miller has 4. Clayton Hill has 2. They have made the 2 3-point field goals. For Allons, they're being led by Carter Harris. 12 points in the first half for Harris. He was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 6 points at halftime for Parker Beachboard. He's made the only 3 of the first half for Allons. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points in the first half for Lucas Simmons. 3 in the first half for Jagger Hammock. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. As a team, Allons made 6 of 9 free throws in the first half. They made the 1 3-point field goal. Fouls for Allons. Hammock has 2. Simmons has 2. Harris has 1. Rickman with possession to start the second half, as it will be Hill, Smith, Clayton Hill, Colton Hill, Puckett, and Roberts for Rickman. Smith in the lane. Jumper down low is no good. Rebound taken away by Ogletree. It's Ogletree, Beachboard, Hammock, Harris, and Simmons for Allons. Brody Miller starting the second half on the bench for Rickman with the 4 fouls. Hammock in the front court. Whips the pass inside Simmons. Simmons trying to back his way down. Fall away on the baseline, no good. Rebound to Harris. His follow, no good. Second shot going to be blocked by Puckett. Rebound taken out of the air by Colton Hill. Now to Roberts. Roberts looking to drive. Cut off by Harris. Picks up the dribble. Goes back to Colton Hill. He'll skip it to Smith. Deep 3 by Jathan is bouncing, no good. Harris with another rebound. Harris now to Beachboard. Beachboard to Hammock to bring it front court for Allons. Hammock will work it across the timeline. Goes right side to Beachboard. Beachboard tried to go down low to Harris, rather to Simmons, but it's kicked away by Roberts, and it will stay with Allons. Ogletree stepping out to throw in as he plays it in to Hammock, breaking to him. His jumper's no good. Harris with the offensive board. They double team inside. Smith knocked it away. Harris got it back. Now to Simmons. The Beachboard to Hammock on the right side. High post Ogletree. Now low Simmons turns inside. Jumper in the lane, no good. Harris another rebound. I don't know how many he's got tonight, but it's got to be 15 or more. Hammock left side Beachboard, and a 3-second violation going to be called on Allons. 3-second call will give the basketball to Rickman with 4:43 to play in the third as Clayton Hill will play it in. Goes inbounds to Puckett. Puckett now to Roberts. Then Roberts almost threw it away, and he did throw it away. Beachboard gets control. Beachboard now to Hammock. Hammock will bring it front court to Beachboard. Beachboard try to go down low to Simmons. Deflected away. They'll get it to Ogletree now. Harris with it in the lane, and he's going to be called for the travel. Say Harris came off the floor on that ball fake. Came back down. The turnover will give it back to Rickman. Smith to throw in. Smith goes inbounds to Clayton Hill. 2-2-1 pressure again by Allons. Hill, long pass in the front court to Puckett. Puckett dribbling up top. He'll drive, gets inside. The jumper is no good, but they're going to call a foul on Mark Ogletree. Ogletree will pick up his first foul in the second half on Allons. Going to put Green Puckett on the free throw line to shoot 2 as he goes there with 4:11 to play in the second quarter. First free throw attempts of the game for Rickman coming at this point. Puckett, first of 2 is no good. He'll have a second opportunity. Green to shoot a second here, trying to cut into this 17-point lead by Allons. Second free throw on the way. That one's good. So Puckett makes 1 out of 2. And it's 25-9 as we approach 4 minutes to play in the third. Hammock in the front court to Beachboard on the right side. Down low they go to Simmons. His turnaround's no good, but he's going to be fouled by Colton Hill. Hill will pick up his first foul in the second half. Going to put Lucas Simmons on the free throw line to shoot 2. Allons 6 of 9 from the free throw line in the game so far. Simmons going to the line for the first time. Free throw here is good. Simmons 1 in the quarter. He's got 5 in the game. Tries to give them their biggest lead at 18 if he can make this one. And he does. Simmons makes them both there. Extends the lead to 18 at 27-9. Smith to play the ball in. Goes inbounds. Clayton Hill. Hill in the backcourt. Long pass to Colton Hill. Colton dribbling on the right side. Will back it back out. Ball deflected away. Clayton Hill will get to it. Gets control in the backcourt. Now across the timeline to Puckett, and he's going to be ran into and fouled by Simmons. Lucas Simmons will pick up his third. He's the first player for Allons to pick up as many as 3 as he picks it up with 3:49 to play in the third quarter. Team foul number 2 as Smith will play the ball in. Smith goes up top, tried to hit Roberts. Hammock knocked it away but can't get to it before it gets out of bounds. Basketball will stay with Rickman as Roberts stepping out to throw in. He'll play it in to Clayton Hill. He'll bring it across the timeline, top of the key. Hill will drive, floater in the lane, good. Clayton Hill. Hill with his first 2. Cuts it down to 16, 27-11. Hammock now to Beachboard. Beachboard will go down low to Simmons. Simmons turn around on the right block. Bounce is no good. Rebound tapped around. It's loose. Ogletree will save it off of Colton Hill and out of bounds. It will stay with Allons. Allons to play it on the inline with Ogletree to throw in. He'll lob to Simmons on the block. Turns inside. Puckett blocked him, but they're going to call the foul on Green Puckett. Puckett will pick up his first foul, team second here in the second half. But again, this will send Lucas Simmons the free throw line to shoot 2. Simmons going there with 6 points on the night. Free throw by Lucas is good. Carter Harris leading all scorers with 12. Simmons to shoot a second free throw. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. Harris makes them both. Girls game earlier, Allons won that one 30-22. As Smith will go inbounds to Hill, right back to Clayton Hill. Clayton in the front court. Clayton will go out to Colton Hill. Hill now to Smith. Smith fakes, lets the defender fly by, and as he goes, a double dribble going to be called. Double dribble on Rickman will give the basketball back to Allons as Beachboard will play the ball in to Hammock. Hammock now will bring it front court. Works it inside to Carter Harris. Harris tries to back his way down. Can't do so against Puckett. Now Beachboard with it. Beachboard inside Simmons posting on the right block. His jumper no good. Rebound tapped out by Ogletree. Hill will get to it, and he's going to be fouled by Hammock. Jagger Hammock will pick up his third. So Hammock has 3. Simmons has 3 for Allons. Rickman has Miller with 4. As Rickman will play the ball in with 2:47 to play in the second. Trailing 29-11. Hill in the front court. Hill dribbling up top. Goes left side, Roberts. Roberts pass knocked away by Beachboard, stolen away by Harris. Harris going to keep it. He'll pull up in the lane. Jumpers long, no good. Rebound taken away by Puckett. Puckett now to Colton Hill. Hill's pass deflected, but gets to Smith. Smith to Clayton Hill. Clayton in the front court dribbling up top. Picks up the dribble, goes left side, Roberts. Roberts now to Smith. Tries to go inside Puckett. Ball knocked away. It's loose. Roberts will get to it. And Roberts going back out to Hill is going to be held and fouled by Mark Ogletree. Ogletree's picked up his second. Team's fourth here in the second half. Miller checking back in for Rickman as he'll come in with 2:13 to play in the third quarter with those 4 fouls. Clayton Hill up top. He'll drive. Jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound taken away by Harris for Allons. Harris now to Beachboard. In the front court, Hammock with it. Back to Beachboard. Beachboard, top of the key, will go high post to Ogletree. Down low, Simmons. Simmons back to Hammock. Right side 3 by Jagger. Rims no good. Ogletree with an offensive rebound back up, no good, but he's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Rickman will put Mark Ogletree on the free throw line. As it's going to go on Green Puckett. He'll pick up his second. Team's third here in the second half. All 3 have been shooting fouls, though, as Ogletree goes to the free throw line looking for his first point. First free throw attempt of the game by Mark Ogletree is no good. He'll have another here. Stepping back up for the Hawks. Dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way. This one's good. So Ogletree has his first point. Allons leads it 30-11. Clayton Hill to Miller. Miller now to Smith. Smith across the timeline. Pass knocked away and stolen by Beachboard. Beachboard all the way to the rim. Left-hand layup good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard 2 in the quarter. He's got 8 in the game. Front court with it. Puckett. Puckett. Now to Colton Hill. His jumper on the left side. Good. Colton Hill. Hill will score his first two to make it a 32-13 game with 1:20 to play in the third quarter. Beachboard, right side three ball in the air is good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard into double figures. He's got his second three. 5 in the quarter, 11 in the game for Beachboard. Hill now to Miller. Miller in the front court to Puckett on the right baseline. He'll drive. Floater on the block is no good. Rebound taken away by Beachboard. Beachboard now to Hammock wanting to run. Hammock will drive, gets inside. Jumper bouncing, no good. Simmons taps the rebound, trying to get to it. Can't do so, and it's out of bounds off Allons. It will go to Rickman with 53 seconds to play here in the third quarter with Allons leading 35-13. Clayton Hill to throw in as he'll play it into Miller. Miller back to Hill. Hill will bring it front court on the dribble. Hill picks up the dribble, right side Smith. Smith back out to Clayton Hill. Hill dribbling with the left hand with 40 seconds to play in the third. Miller with it on the right side. Can Colton Hill save it from getting out of bounds? He does. Now to Clayton Hill, to Miller. Miller will skip it now to Smith. Smith to Clayton Hill, cutting left side near the paint. His jumper's no good. Rebound Harris. Harris now to Hammock. Hammock will bring it front court. Allen's going to play for the last shot of the quarter, it looks like, as Hammock goes right side to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock as they play catch with 10 seconds. Oh, there's a steal by Colton Hill. Now to Clayton Hill. Hill will drive, gets inside. His jumper's no good, but Harris will foul him, and Clayton Hill will go to the line to shoot two. That's personal foul number 2 on Carter Harris, team foul number 5 on Allens. Clayton Hill going to the free throw line for the first time with 4 seconds to play in the third quarter. Hill shooting two. First one is good. Hill knocks down his third point. Allens 35, Rickman 13 as Hill to shoot a second free throw. Stepping back up there, dribbling the basketball there at the line. This one's on the way, rolling good. So Hill makes them both and cuts the lead down to 20 at 35-15. Beachboard in the front court with 1 second. His runner at the buzzer is no good, and we're through 3. After 3 complete, it's Allens 35, Rickman 15. Ready to move to the fourth quarter. We do want to take this opportunity to tell you that if you'd like to buy DVDs of these games here on Overton Events or of any of the things that we carry here on Overton Events, they are $20 per game or per event. Just $20. Contact Tyler at overtonevents@gmail.com. He'll take care of everything for you, get you set up with a way to purchase those DVDs if you want a hard copy of them to be able to put in a DVD player. If you're away from a computer, just be sure to contact Tyler at overtonevents@gmail.com. Allens with possession to start the fourth quarter. Hammock will drive, gets in the lane. The floater in front's no good, but a foul going to be called on Rickman that will go on Green Puckett, and he'll pick up his third. Team's fourth, but again, a shooting foul for Jagger Hammock. That tells you they're aggressive. If every foul has been a shooting foul, and they've had 4 here in the second half, and all 4 have put Allens on the free throw line. All 4 of the Rickman fouls have put Allens on the free throw line. Hammock here, the first one is no good. 3 points in the game for Hammock, all of those coming at the free throw line. He's now 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. Chance to add to his scoring total here if he can knock down this second one. This one's on the way. This one's good. So Hammock makes 1 out of 2 there. Allens as a team has attempted now 17 free throws. They've made 11 of 17. Ogletree with a steal, but he's on the sideline. Rickman's gotten to the free throw line 4 times. They've made 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Bulldogs with 2 3-point field goals. Allens with 2 3-point field goals. Clayton Hill with it on the right side. Now to Colton Hill. Down low Puckett. They double team. Puckett kicks it out to Smith. Smith fakes the pass, tries to go back inside to Puckett. He tries to play it off Harris, but Harris will make the steal. Beachboard ahead to Hammock, but Clayton Hill hustling back will make the steal. Clayton controlling the backcourt as he'll bring it across the timeline. Hill goes left side, Miller. Miller back out to Clayton Hill. Hill dribbling between the circles. High post, they go to Puckett. Puckett looks to drive, backs it back out to Smith. Smith back to Clayton Hill. Clayton working it between the circles. Will cross to the left hand. Hill gets inside. Scoop layup good. Clayton Hill. Hill with 2 in the quarter. He's got 6 in the game. Rickman goes into some 2-2-1 pressure. And a walk going to be called on Ogletree, coming back to help against that pressure. And the turnover will give it back to Rickman, as they'll play it in right side front court as Miller will step out to throw in. Brody will play it into Hill. Clayton Hill across the timeline, dribbling top of the key. Left side Smith. Smith, deep 3 by Jathan is bouncing no good. Puckett with an offensive rebound between 3 Allons players. And a foul going to be called on Carter Harris trying to knock it free. Harris will pick up his 3rd, team 6th here in the second half. So for the next 4:43, Rickman will be in the bonus as the inbounds goes to Miller. Miller looks to drive, gets in the lane, tried to hit Colton Hill, but Ogletree there to knock it away and out of bounds. It will stay with Rickman. Rickman's been called for 4 fouls in the second half, so they've got 2 to give before Allons goes in the bonus. Clayton Hill with it. Hill will cross. He looks to drive, backs it back out to Smith. Smith swings it to Colton Hill. Now to Miller. Miller skip past Clayton Hill. Inside Puckett posting up. Jump hook in the lane, good. Green Puckett. Puckett with 2 in the quarter. He's got 5 in the game. 36-19, the Allons lead. Beachboard in the front court. Backs it back out to Simmons. To Hammock. Now left side Harris. Harris back to Hammock. Hammock right side Beachboard. In the corner they go to Simmons. Simmons tried to go to Ogletree. Knocked away by Colton Hill. Miller will save it from getting out of bounds. Rickman with possession with Clayton Hill. Clayton in the front court, Smith. Smith back to Clayton Hill. Hill holding the basketball up top. Back to Smith. Smith inside Puckett posting up. They double team. Puckett able to get through it and then draw a foul from Allons. It's going to go on Carter Harris, and he'll pick up his 4th. Should be the 7th, and it is. And it will send Green Puckett to the free throw line to shoot the no. They say it's still only 6. I've got 7. Smith, left corner 3 ball in the air, rims out. Long rebound, Beachboard will tap it over to Hammock. Hammock now to bring it front court for Allons. Hammock works it across the timeline to Beachboard. Down low, Harris. Harris double teamed in the block. Puckett knocked it away. Puckett took it away. Puckett now to Clayton Hill. Clayton will bring it across the timeline, works it front court on the dribble. And he's going to be held and fouled by Beachboard. Parker Beachboard will pick up only his 1st. That's bound to be 7. And a timeout going to be called by Allons. They'll take it with 3:22 to play in the 4th. Allons in control, leading 36-18. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, and Frontier Chevrolet. The free throw by Clayton Hill rims out on him, rolled around the rim about a time and a half and came out. Allons in the front court now. Simmons has it go off his hands, but he'll save it to Harris. Left baseline jumper, no good. Harris gets his own rebound, powers it back up, and draws a foul from Clayton Hill. And Hill will pick up his 3rd, team's 5th, but this will put Carter Harris back on the free throw line to shoot 2. Harris 2 of 3 from the free throw line in the game. He's got 12 points to lead all scorers. Also in double figures, Parker Beachboard with 11. Harris knocks that one down to score his 13th as he'll shoot another. Halfway through this 4th quarter, the Allons lead is 18, 37-19. Second free throw by Harris. That one rims out. Rebound Miller, and he's fouled by Simmons. Simmons will pick up his fourth. This will put Brody Miller on the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 as Miller goes there for the first time with 3:04 to play in the fourth. Looking for his first point of the game as Brody will step up there for the Bulldogs. Dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way and good. Miller with his first point as he'll shoot a second free throw here. Second one no good. Rebound taken away by Harris. Harris now to Hammock. Hammock in the front court to Harris on the left side. Back to Hammock. Hammock goes to Beachboard as they're going to spread the floor, go a little four corners. Clayton Hill deflect it. Clayton Hill will steal it. Clayton will drive, gets inside. The runner in front, no good. Miller with the rebound, though, for Rickman. Try to go back to Hill. Hammock will knock it away and knock it out of bounds. Touch last by Allons. It's going to stay with Rickman as they've got a chance to get a little bit closer here with 2:42 to play in the fourth. Miller to throw in. Miller finally goes to Hill. Hill will drive. Finds Smith on the left wing. Smith back to Miller. Miller works his way to the free throw line. Left side Hill. Clayton for three. That one's off the back of the iron. No good. Long rebound kicks out of bounds. No, Hammock will hustle to save it. Hammock will drive. Layup left side. Good. Jagger Hammock. Good effort there by Hammock to get his first field goal. He's got 6 points on the night. Colton Hill in the front court to Smith. Back to Clayton Hill. Left wing they go to Miller. He's got an open look at a three. It's banking no good, but Beachboard will foul him. And Brody Miller will go to the free throw line to shoot three. Miller going there with 2:11 to play in the fourth quarter as he'll step up there with 1 point on the night. Dribbling the basketball there. Free throws on the way and good. Miller scores his second point here in the fourth quarter. He'll shoot another for the Bulldogs. This one's on the way. This one's good. 39-22. Allons in front. Miller shooting a third free throw. This one's on the way. He makes all three. So Brody is 4 of 5 from the free throw line. All in the fourth quarter, has 4 points. Hammock in the front court. As we approach 2 minutes to play fourth quarter. Down low they go to Simmons. His right baseline jumper is good. Lucas Simmons. Simmons into double figures. He's got 10. Now for the Hawks as they've got 3 players in double figures. Smith now to Hill. Hill deep three out top is no good. Can Colton Hill save it? He can't. Out of bounds off Rickman. It will go to Allons. 1:45 to play in the fourth as Allons going to go to 15-3. Going to go 7-0 in county play. Beachboard will drive. His floater with the left hand's no good, but Puckett has picked up number 4. He picks up his fourth with 1:39 to play in the fourth, and this will put Parker Beachboard on the free throw line to shoot 2, and that may be the first time I've seen that. Every foul in the second half by Rickman is going to put Allons on the free throw line as that's number 6. Free throw by Beachboard is rolling no good. Allons in the bonus now, but all 6 of the first 6 fouls of this second half were all shooting fouls for Allons. Beachboard shooting a second free throw. This one's on the way. This one's no good. Rebound batted out to Colton Hill. Now to Smith, to Miller. Miller controlling for the Bulldogs. Long pass to Puckett in the front court. Puckett will go up top to Miller. Miller between the circles. Left side Clayton Hill. Hill now to Smith. Smith will drive. Gets inside. Back out to Colton Hill. His pass stolen by Beachboard. Beachboard to the rim. Left-hand layup good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard 2 in the quarter. He's got 13 in the game. He ties Carter Harris to lead all scorers. Smith in the front court. Back to Hill. Hill back to Harris. Harris in the corner. Colton Hill. His 17-foot jump shot blocked by Simmons. Taken away by Simmons. We move under a minute to play in the fourth. Allons with possession. Beachboard will bring it across the timeline. Beachboard on the right side. Now to Hammock. Hammock back to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Hammock. 45 seconds to play. Allons up 20, 43-23. Harris now to Simmons. Back to Beachboard. To Hammock. Girls game earlier. Allons won that one. 30-22 as they try to close this one out. Beachboard just holding the ball on his hip with 30 seconds to play in the fourth. Beachboard there at the half-court line to Simmons. Simmons to Harris now. Harris backs it back out to Ogletree. Ogletree back to Hammock with 17 seconds to play. Hammock dribbling. Now to Beachboard. We move under 10 seconds to play in the game. Beachboard back out to Hammock. If he'll just hold it there, Rickman will let him, and that will be your final score. Allons wins it here tonight over Rickman, 43-23. With the loss, Rickman sees their record drop to 10-6. They go to 5-2 in county play. Looking at the scoring for Rickman, Green Puckett with 5 points on the night. 4 points scored tonight by Brody Miller. 2 in the game for Colton Hill. 6 points scored tonight by Clayton Hill, and 6 in the game for Jathan Smith to give them their total of 23. Allons got to the free throw line 10 times on the night. They made 7 of 10 from the free throw line. They made 2 3-point field goals on the night. For Allons, they see Carter Harris score 13 on the night for the Hawks. 1 point scored tonight by Mark Ogletree. 13 in the game for Parker Beachboard. 10 points on the night for Lucas Simmons. 6 points scored tonight by Jagger Hammock to give Allons their total of 43. Allons got to the free throw line 21 times tonight. They made 13 of 21 from the free throw line. Hawks made 2 3-point field goals, and with the win, they move to 15-3 overall. They go to 7-0, close out the county regular season undefeated this season at 7-0. Getting ready to go into the county tournament coming up the first week of January as Allons wins this boys matchup 43-23. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible.